Here's the curveball. Not every plant-based diet protected the liver, only the healthful one did. Fatty liver, now called MASLD, is rising fast, and treatments are limited. So, the question is simple. Does diet quality within plant-based eating make the difference? You'll follow one multi-ethnic MRI study to see what they did, what they found, the twist, and what it actually means. Researchers analyzed 1,598 older adults from 5 racial and ethnic groups in a large cohort. They measured liver fat with MRI. Think of it as a camera that can tally tiny fat droplets inside the liver. Diet came from a food frequency questionnaire, converted into 3 plant-based indices. Those scores were overall plant-based PDI, a healthful version, HPDI, and an unhealthful version, UPDI. Analyses adjusted for demographics, lifestyle, and body measures to reduce confounding. Headline result: higher healthful plant-based scores tracked with lower liver fat on MRI. How much lower? Adjusted mean liver fat was 6.52% in the lowest HPDI quartile versus 5.39% in the highest. For MASLD itself, top versus bottom healthful score linked to about 42% lower odds. Quick decoder. Odds ratios compare groups. They don't guarantee outcomes for a single person. Here's the twist. The overall plant-based score and the unhealthy version didn't show consistent links. Translation: calling a diet plant-based isn't magic. Quality within plant foods mattered in this dataset. When they unpacked the healthful pattern, 2 components stood out. Higher nut intake, associated with lower hepatic adiposity. Lower animal fat intake, also aligned with lower liver fat. There was heterogeneity by race and ethnicity. Inverse links were stronger among Latino and white participants. Why might that vary? Possibilities include differences in typical foods, biology, or context. This study wasn't built to prove which. Important caveat: this was cross-sectional, a single snapshot, so it shows association, not cause and effect. Diet was self-reported, and even adjusted models can't erase all hidden differences. Strengths: MRI directly quantified liver fat, and the sample spanned multiple racial and ethnic groups. Net: higher healthful plant-based scores linked with less liver fat and lower MASLD odds. Other plant-based scores didn't. Answering our question: yes, quality within plant-based eating mattered here, with 5.39% versus 6.52% liver fat and about 42% lower MASLD odds at the top healthful score. Practical takeaway: aim for a healthful plant-forward pattern. The signals pointed to more nuts and less animal fat. Use this as a compass, not a prescription. Fit it to your culture, needs, and clinicians' guidance. Bottom line: in this multi-ethnic MRI study, only the healthful plant-based pattern, not plant-based eating in general, was linked to lower liver fat and about 42% lower odds of MASLD. For a practical nudge, think plant-forward with nuts in the mix and lighter on animal fat. Treat this as direction, then personalize it with your clinician.